folks. Welcome to
Vector calculus.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very sad day. It is my last lecture from 80 Strong Street. If this is where I spent my whole life for the last 12 years, and it's a very sad day. So please forgive me if I break down in the middle of the lecture, because as you know, all of my lectures are coming from this room. So this is our last slide from this room. So today we're going to be taking a look at how to evaluate the cross product using a simple example. So let's go ahead and write it down. So we're going to have to find the cross product, or rather the determinant, using this example: 1 1 minus 3 2 minus 3 1 2 1 minus 3. So our goal is to evaluate this, right? So when you see a mathematical expression that looks like this, what's the first thing that should pop into your mind? The first thing that should pop into your mind is the determinant, right? And why is that? Well, when you have a kind of matrix like this, when you're separating it with these bars, that tells you to take the determinant of that matrix, right? So you have to take the determinant of this and take likewise the determinant of this matrix, right? And of course we're gonna multiply this by 4, multiply this by -3, and add them up, right? So how are we going to find the determinant of our first matrix? Well, it's not too bad, right? You find the product of both diagonals and find the difference in those products, right? So what is that difference going to be? Well, if I find the product of the first diagonal, that's going to be 1 times 2, right? 1 times 2 minus product of the second diagonal is going to be 1 times -3. That's our first determinant. Likewise, we're going to do the same thing with our second matrix. So what we're going to have is, once again, product of this diagonal, 1 times -3 minus 1 times 2. Okay, so if I go ahead and multiply these two guys out, so what am I going to have? 1 times 2 is 2. So 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5 for our first determinant, minus 3 times what? -3 minus 2, which is -5. So if you go ahead and do the math, we end up with 4 times 5 plus 3 times 5. Right, so that's going to be 20 plus 15, also known as 35. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to this problem. That's how we evaluate the determinant, and we'll check you out in the next lecture of vector calculus.